Charles Taylor indicate the way to face this philosophical argument. In 1982, Carol Gilligan published the work In a Different Voice, Psychological Theory and Women's Development. Since then, this book has been considered the cornerstone of women's studies. In this book and the empirical research it was based on, Carol Gilligan showed that women's moral orientation is different from men's. Lawrence Goldberg's work on moral development, based on Jean Piaget's theory, distinguished three levels in people's moral development: pre-conventional level, conventional level, and post-conventional level. In Goldberg's progression pattern, the first level is the moral heteronomy. The highest level is the moral autonomy. So, Carol Gilligan was one of the most important researcher in Lawrence Goldberg research group. Lawrence Goldberg said that human beings reach the highest stage of moral development when and if they are able to judge and act in accordance with abstract and universal justice equity-oriented principles, denying feelings and emotions as motivation to action. According to Lawrence Goldberg's empirical research based on interviews, many men reach the highest moral stage, but very few women do so. In Carol Gilligan's opinion, the differences represented in psychological literature as steps in a developmental progression are two different moral orientations: a morality focused on principles, ethics of rights, and another kind of morality, ethics of care. So, Carol Gilligan's empirical research resulted in two main outcomes. The first, women's moral point of view is always linked to the awareness that human beings have relationships with other human beings. The second, in order to solve a moral dilemma besides reason, women address emotions, feelings, and care of people and relationships, while men address reason and justice as equity. These facts cause women to be at lower levels in Goldberg's justice-oriented moral development model. Lawrence Goldberg equated moral development with the development of justice reasoning. So, Gilligan's research and Goldberg's interviews concerning solving moral dilemmas were about this moral dilemma. Mrs. Hines is so dangerously ill that she may die. Mr. Hines needs a very expensive drug. Mr. Hines isn't rich. The druggist refuses to lower the drug's price. Should Mr. Hines steal the drug for saving his wife's life? A teenager boy answered, yes, Mr. Hines should steal the drug. A teenager girl answered, no, Mr. Hines shouldn't steal the drug. For the boy, Mr. Hines should steal the drug because a human life is worth more than money. And if the druggist only make $1,000, he is still going to live. But if Hines doesn't steal the drug, his wife is going to die. For the girl, there may be other ways besides stealing the drug, like if he could borrow the money or make a loan or something else. If he stole the drug, he might save his wife then, but if he did, he might have to go to jail, and then his wife might get sicker again, and he couldn't get more of the drug. And it may not be so good. So they should really just talk it out and find conception, the moral problem arises from conflicting responsibilities rather than from competing rights, and requires for its resolution a mode of thinking that is contextual and narrative rather than formal and abstract. This conception of morality, as concerned with the activity of care, centers moral development around the understanding of responsibility and relationships, just as the conception of morality as fairness ties moral development to the understanding of rights and rules. Together with Carol Gilligan, one of the most important theorists of ethics of care is John Tronto. Recently, she defined ethics of care in these terms. An ethic of care is an approach to personal, social, moral, and political life that starts from the reality that all human beings need and receive care and give care to others. The care relationships among humans are part of what mark us as human beings. We are always interdependent beings. So we can define this ethic theme as a paradigm by 2 points. Morality means taking care of someone, taking care of the relationships one is involved in. Morality is not only based on abstract and rational principles. We can focus this paradigm on some points. Morality means responsiveness to others' needs. Care is responsiveness. Care is responsibility. Responsibility is to be able to satisfy someone's demand. Morality is founded in a sense of concrete connection and direct response between persons, a direct sense of connection which exists prior to moral beliefs about what is right or wrong, or which principles to accept. Morality doesn't only come from reason, but also from sensibility, emotions, feelings. Understanding the needs, interests, and welfare of another person, and understanding the relationship between oneself and that other requires a stance toward that person informed by care, love, empathy, compassion, and emotional sensitivity. Morality involves an intertwining of emotion, cognition, and action, not separable. Caring action expressing emotion and understanding. The moral agent is always embedded, encumbered, and the moral patient is always embedded, encumbered too. Each human being is linked to some other human being, place and situation. Each human being is different from every other human being. The moral self is radically situated and particularized. It is defined by its historical connection and relationships. The moral agent does not attempt to abstract from particularized self to achieve a totally impersonal standpoint defining the moral point of view. Care morality is about the particular agents caring for and about the particular moral passion. Morality is not only about how the impersonal one is meant to act toward the impersonal other. Not only is the self radically particularized, but so is the other, the person toward whom one is acting and with whom one stands in some relationship. The moral agent must understand the other person as a specific individual that he or she is, not merely as someone instantiating general moral categories such as friend or person in need. There is an irreducible particularity, a particularity of the never met. In both cases, she is someone like me, but different from me at the same time. There is always distance between me and the other. If there weren't that distance, the other couldn't be the other. It could be another myself, another me. The caring moral subject is interested in satisfying the different from the other's needs. Her needs can be like mine, or they can be unique. The other belongs to humanity as much as I do. We are different in our common humanity. We have the same different needs, desires, emotions, feelings, context, relationships. Ethics of care is focused on the uniqueness of human beings. Justice-oriented ethics is an ethic of universalism. Moral principles are valid for every human being, in every place, time, and situation. Moral action originates from an abstract rational self, and it is addressed to abstract and generalized other. It's the Kantian model of ethics and self. According to ethics of care, the other is always a concrete other. Some years ago, Sila Ben-Habib distinguished between the concept of concrete other and the concept of generalized other to explain the difference between ethics of care and ethics of rights. The concept of generalized other matches with ethics of rights. The concept of concrete other often by misrecognition of others, and so a person or group of people can suffer real damage, real distortion, if the people or society around them mirror back to them a confining or demeaning or contemptible picture of themselves. Non-recognition or misrecognition can inflict harm, can be a form of oppression, imprisoning someone in a false, distorted, and reduced mode of being. The relation between the self and the others gives identity to the self and the others. Besides his or her self-recognition, if the self relates and compares himself or herself to the other, he or she can be himself or herself. We have to think about the matter of recognition. Today, everybody says